how to deal with burnout or how to get your life back together. Friends, today we're going to talk about something which is very personal to me, something which I have struggled with as an individual because I started working very early in my life, right when I was 18-year old. I started working and making a living for myself, and this is something which I have faced very often because I remember I was doing my education altogether, I was taking care of my house, and I was earning. So it was a lot for an 18-year-old to take care of, and which taught me something that life is always going to have something planned for you, and there will always be a set of expectations from you, but you need to decide when is the time for you to shut down. So today, let's talk about how to deal with burnout or how to get your life back together. So when you feel like there are a lot of things that you need to get done, but you just don't have the bandwidth or your body is just not allowing you to move further, try and write down what all are the things that are really important. So what I like to do is I like to make a list of all the things that are expected out of me, and then I divide it into like a priority list. What is the most important thing that needs to be done, what is the least important thing, and like that. So this somewhat gives me like a checklist that okay, these are the things that need to be done, and I just write and I leave it there. That's it. So I did one task. I got rid of the mental chaos that I had, and I had just jotted things down. And trust me, when you're going to write things down, you will have that pressure to act on it, but mentally you would not have the bandwidth to actually act on it. So what I like to do is I take one step at a time. I write things down and let it be there. The next day, I know there are certain expectations out of me. I am actually excited to take certain things up. So what I like to do is I give myself one task each day, because life is not very simple that this is a checklist and this is all that is expected out of you. There are other things also that you need to perform, right? So I literally, with all the other expectations, I just give myself one task at a time. And when I say at a time, I'm talking about in a single day. And eventually, like, because I've given myself that space to slow down, ultimately maybe in like 2 days or 3 days, I'm able to manage all the tasks. And even if some tasks are left, I do not put myself underneath that pressure to perform. I give myself that space. So what I'm trying to say is, to deal with burnout, the most important thing is to actually understand that you need that space, that you need that rest, number one. And number two, be responsible enough to acknowledge the expectations that are out of you. The second thing, actually the third thing that I do is that I make time for self-care. So what I really like to do is, after a really hectic day or a hectic week, I like to put my feet in like really hot bubbly water and then put a nice face mask, and then I just be there listening to nice music. I know there are certain things that are expected out of me, but I choose to take a break, and in that I'm very blessed that my family is very supportive. They allow me to take that space, take that time for myself, and it really helps. And after I've had that self-care time, I feel so much better. I'm actually motivated to perform. The next thing is spending more time with your family. Spending time with your family is magic. I mean, somehow, there are certain emotions and there is certain, exchange of energies that just helps you to feel better. So these are the three things I do to deal with burnout. Wait for the part two. I hope it helps. Thank you.